This is another MyView TV exclusive. Please remember to hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe.
I don't bring nobody forward in your cheer for me. Everything what you see up, my natural talent. Let me tell you something. You see, when you know what to please the audience with, it's simple.
What my people? Hope everybody doing okay. Hope everybody doing alright. People, I want to always remember this. I cannot stop them from come and tell you the things. Only thing I can do is come and tell you the truth. So when them come and them tell us crime and violence down, lies. That is lies. Be a lie them and tell people, so don't need to worry. Me I go tell you what one can to see the citizens to jump out, you know. Young, old, not so young, not so old. Them a get slapped too. Holy pa people are dead about it, and then them come and tell about crime down. Lie them telling. An unidentified man met his demise during a home invasion in the peaceful community of Huntley near Brownstown St. Anne on Thursday. Another man was injured in the incident. According to the report, the now deceased man entered the home of an 83-year-old returning resident with a machete. Yes, people. One cutlass, and demanded that the elderly woman and her relative who were inside the house at the time leave the premises, which he claimed he owned. The elderly woman then alerted a close male relative who arrived on the scene, and a tussle began between the man and the alleged intruder. The intruder was stabbed and died on the scene. Right on the spot, 83-year-old gets stabbed up and dead people. The other man, who relative referred to as Martin, was injured. Our news team understand that the now deceased has trespassed on a number of occasions prior to the fatal incident. Yes, man. You don't deserve. Not your person you go over the people and bless the cutlass, but you want the people and move out. Come on, man. Now your people are going to bury you. Hold on a bit there now. Make I go down to Clarendon. Because something up to Bonnick. Yes, people. 72-year-old Harold Bonnick of Trackandfield, Clarendon was shot and killed by unknown assailant along the Gunattack main road in the parish on Monday, February 7th. Report from the Franklin police at about 9 p.m. Bonnick was at a shop in the community when a blue-colored motor car drove up and two men alighted. The men approached him and opened gunfire, hitting him multiple times to the upper body before escaping in a waiting motor car. The police were alerted upon arrival. Bonnick was said dead. Right on the spot, make I tell you something. 72-year-old I get slapped like that. Who is him family? I asked the question, who is him family? You understand? We did for know who I'm family. At them cause all this whole land now people. Major junk find down at Portland. Sees 2.2 million worth of ganja on Sandshore, Monchneel. And the Portland police Kenneth Chin said 315 pounds of marijuana valued at 2.2 million was seized during a snap raid on Wednesday at the Sandshore fishing beach in Monchneel. Police report at about 3:30 a.m. 3 men ran upon the approach of the police team from a vessel and escaped. The man escaped from the police. The man on the friend them in the man. The police team searched here and found 10 crocus bags containing 41 parcels of vegetable matter resembling ganja. Yes, people, which was packed for export. A further search was conducted and 15 60-liter plastic container with petrol was found. Yes, the man about to that them both and go about their business. The police team also seized several items say can be linked to the suspect, and it is anticipating that the arrest will be made in connection with the drug bust. Yes, people, we don't really want to make the arrest still. Bury one to the bury them, my boy. And people, we can tell about more drugs now with them they find the other day right up at Elsha. Yes, good, Elsha. 1,200 pounds of compressed ganja them find up the people. I will learn a bit there now. I never that matter them got about in the people. No. The operation was to catch wanted man. They don't really catch a whole heap of wanted man still. But them arrest a one man. Come here, Upton. Come tell the people them are going.
Searching for some of these wanted men and persons of interest, we searched over 10 premises, 5 of which are unfinished. And while going through and searching, we recovered some compressed ganja. It appears that it's being prepared for export in the illicit guns for drugs trade. Whenever you see strange persons in your community, please call the police so we can pursue them, we can question them and find out who they are. Today we can say the operation was a success, and we'll continue to pursue wanted persons, and wherever we get information, we will go all across the St. Catherine South Police Division.
That's a wagwan right there, so people. Hold on now, me go down a mobile. Go and look up piece of news. You understand? 2 wards of the state were rescued in retirement Granville in St. James Wednesday night. Hold on the people, me go tell you exactly what I want to tell me uno think. The constabulary force and police resources were activated shortly after 9 when they received information from the Child Protective Agency and the Family Service Agency that 2 wards of the state who had escaped from the group home were at a location in St. James. The police intelligence were gathered and it led the operation team to a board shop in the community at about 9:30 p.m. where the girls were found in the company of a male adult. The girls were taken into safe custody and will be placed before the family court. The police said the male was arrested and he has since been charged with harboring a child on a fit person order. He is 39-year-old Prince Mackenzie, a shopkeeper of retirement Granville in the parish. Yes, people, investigation ongoing. Yes, that's how the police are make you know. How many times the police are say, alright? And speaking of the police, me got to take a step go back down to Supreme Court because at the rate of how them go, me be honest, people coming like some people get pay off for mess up the evidence in the Klansman trial. So we can go on one next update from down on that side.
The Wandon Klansman gang trial resumed in the Home Circuit Court earlier today, with the prosecution making several submissions to allow for the admission of telephone recordings into evidence. These recordings contain conversations between alleged members of the gang that were secretly taped by former member turned witness. The Crown's case against the alleged gang leader Andre Blackman Bryan and 32 of his co-accused relies heavily on these recordings.
On Monday, presiding Judge Chief Justice Brian Sykes questioned the authenticity of secret telephone recordings between alleged members of the gang. He cited that in order for the recordings to be admitted into evidence, they must meet the legal requirements of the Evidence Amendment Act 2015. Section 31G of the Act states that information produced by a computer shall only be admissible as evidence if at all times the computer was fully functional. Sykes questioned if the phones used to record are classified as computers, to which the prosecution answered yes, based on the definition within the Act. The Crown on Thursday submitted that they are compliant with the Act and that the phones were operating properly at all times when the recordings were being made, and that there was no evidence of malfunction that affected the production. Additionally, they say the software application used to record the conversations was in good working order, as the former gang member was able to launch it repeatedly. The prosecution asked the court to consider the testimony given by the former gang member turned state witness as oral evidence that he recorded the conversations in conjunction with the testimony of a forensic analyst who had extracted the recordings from the phones. The prosecution submitted that the recordings were done without technological interference. Senior defense attorney Lloyd McFarlane, who represents the alleged gang leader Andre Blackman Bryan, suggested that the Crown can't prove that the devices and application were fully functional, and that the prosecution now has a serious burden to submit the recordings. The defense contests that the Crown has not satisfied the provisions of the Act mentioned before. Based on the submissions, Chief Justice Sykes will give his ruling in the matter on Monday at 10 a.m. when the trial resumes.